level of gaining how they get to be the bride of Jesus Christ. The millennium, our understanding, Satan will be bound 1,000 years, and he can no longer come up, or he cannot go to you and to tempt you. But let's go to the verse. Revelation chapter 20, verse 1.
6. I want.
I saw an angel came down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. Before, when I was, what do you call that? When I was a child, when I was, what do you call that? Young in the message. I think, I understand this, the chain, it's literal chain. Do you also understand it as literal chain? How do you chain the spirit being? How do you chain it? The spirit chain that will chain Satan and will be bound, and he cannot move to come to you, to tempt you, to do to go to you and tempt you. Okay. Verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
They use the reasoning.
Okay.
They use the reasoning. Some of it are symbolical.
Okay. Actually, who's the one that bound to Satan on that verse? The angel. I saw the verse 1. Please go to verse 1, Sister Erika. I saw an angel came down from heaven. Who's that angel? He go to the bottomless pit and he chained Satan not to come up or to tempt people during the millennium. But remember, Satan can come up to God, he can go forth to God and go to us, to tempt us, and Satan will go to the Lord and tell what are we doing here in the earth. Okay, because Satan is spirit. How do you bound the spirit? How do you take the spirit? So, our topic and Father's topic also is there will be no sin in the millennium. Okay, let's go to verse 4. Verse 4. This is the citizen of the millennium. I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw souls. The thrones, that those who sat on that thrones, on Revelation chapter 3, verse 21, those who overcome will grant to sit with Christ in His Father's throne. That is that throne. So, throne means authority. So, being a son of God, being the bride of Christ is authority. So, if you overcome, you will gain, or you will have that kind of authority. And judgment was given unto them. Those who will overcome will he can judge angels according to 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 1 and up to 3. You will be the judge of the angels. You can judge angels. What else? The souls that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus. These souls that were beheaded are what? Those who are martyrs during the 7 Jewish ages, and maybe the 6 million Jews, the Israel, the 144,000. What else? Those who not worship the beast, neither his image. This is the Revelation saints. Okay. And they live and reign with Christ 8,000 years. Do you know the word 8? The word 8,000 years. $8,000 years. What is the difference of this? The 1,000 years. 8,000 years. Yeah. 8,000 years can be more than 1,000 years. Not exactly 1 to 1,000 years. Not like that. Sister Erica, can you search the word like 1,000 years? Can you open your Bible? Please whisper to your seatmate what is the verse I am talking about. Like 1,000 years. 1,000 years. 1,000 years. 1,000 years. Okay. This is my example. For 1,000 years, in thy sight are but as yesterday, but when it passed, as it was in the night. So, he used the figure of speech. He used the figure of speech. 1,000 years is like yesterday. Okay? What else? Please click the hit list. Hit list. Okay. There are many thousand. Would you click the First Peter? First Peter. Okay. First Peter. Okay. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as, do you know the word as 8,000 years? It is synonym of the word like. As. It's not literal, 1,000 years, 0 to 1,000 years. So it could be more than 1,000 years. Okay. But my topic is, can Satan or Satan will be bound literally during the millennium? He's not. But in the Bible, you could read the word bottomless pit. Can you read it? Please check your Bible. Do you read the bottomless pit there?
Yes.
Do you read? And do you know that the bottomless pit, when God cast him in the earth, Satan to the earth, where is Satan today? Mother Patrick, you're sleeping. Where is Satan today? Everywhere. He's omnipresent. He's omnipresent spirit. Oh my. Oh. What do you think? Where is Satan today?
On his side, because he's sleeping now.
Is he everywhere? But Paul said there is principalities above in the atmosphere. Power, principalities and power. So that spirit is moving near, but he is not omnipresent. Because if he is omnipresent, then it's like God. Okay? When God cast Lucifer into the earth, where is his location, or where is Satan today? But if you go back to Revelation 20, verse 1, the angel will be bound here in the bottomless pit. Is Satan is in the bottomless pit today? Or is the angel that he wants to, one third of the angel with him is together with him when God cast them to the earth? Where are they now? Do you know, in Job chapter 1 verse 6, Sister Erica, Job 1 verse 6, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves. Did you know, when you present yourself to God, there will be Satan in your side that you will go to God and tell what you're doing last day, last week, yesterday. Did you commit sin yesterday? Those who commit sin yesterday, then Satan will go to God and tell, is this your son? Is your son commit sin yesterday? And I will tell you what happened. Did God don't know what you're doing? So God did not know what you're doing yesterday? He knows everything. Then why did Satan will go to God and prove this is your son? He is sleeping while you are preaching. He will not accept your counseling. And
He's explaining. He's reporting to God what you did every minute.
What? Okay, my topic is Satan in the top, literally, for 1,000 years. For me, he was not, he is not, or he will not bound, literally, the chain, literal chain. What kind of chain of that? I will go to what Pastor Jenny said. This is how you chain Satan during the time. The message of the hour that we receive today is not the message of the prophet. Our master key is Berean spirit. But when you go to the millennium, to 1,000 years, the reigning of Christ, there will be rod of iron that time. Those who commit sin will be killed. Did Christ the people, the citizen of the millennium will I think those citizens of the millennium, if they will not obey, they will die. Because that's the reason why Christ have the rod of iron. So, like us today, sometimes our children, they will commit sin. We have that rod. And those, our children are, do you know the sourcing conflict? Do you know that? Sourcing conflict. Sourcing conflict is what? Can anyone answer me? What is sourcing conflict? Sourcing conflict is from the word source. Conflict. Source of the conflict. Sometimes, if our children did not listen, then
You are the source of conflict.
what? What is that? The horn. Sometimes our child have little horn. Then it will getting bigger. If we have no social conflict, we cannot break that point. But how do you bound Satan for 1,000 years? During that time, of course, the bride cannot tempt because they are glorified body. The bride, what else? The foolish virgin that will be wise, and the sheep group. Those sheep group are mortal people. How they will Satan will be bound. Father Branham said this is. Father Branham said, you will be bound, Satan, because it is not literal chain. And what kind of chain is that? Is that the word O? You will not come. You cannot come to those people in the millennium. You are not allowed to go there because you are not allowed here in this place. What kind of barrier is that?
Instruction or law.
No. I think
it's to other dimension.
What?
Very different.
Okay, 30 seconds. You can bound Satan even on yourself when you are Berean. They can bound Satan for circumstances that they never commit sin because of the training during the 1,000 years. There are training in the millennium during the time because of the rod of iron. That's the reason why we need to beat our children every time they commit sin to us. During that time, Satan can attempt this because of
Pastor is there again.
what's why? Oh my!
Because we're not
You did not quote you did not quote the message of the prophet. So you have to suffer the consequence.
Okay, this was my channel, Ferdinand Sustento, so that you can watch and listen those messages. Progress and revelation messages.
Subscribe.
And now,
And subscribe also.
You're proposing your channel.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yap.
Little.
Other English too.
Should I follow the rules to speak in English? The benefit of people abroad or the foreigners? Yes, yes. I would like to share also my stand, which I'm still reading on by biblical point of view. First of all, that topic or that subject or view, I heard that before to those preterists and symbolicalists. I call them symbolicalists. There is no such literal millennial reign. There is no such bounding of Satan underneath. That's their point. And there is no and that group is sometimes is level 3, a little bit of level 3, and most of all is the level 4. In some denominational, as I think one of them is the that's preterist. I would like to share my view regarding that topic, though it's something a little bit refuting to what Brother Menan's view. That was not due to me. So, Brother Fred is sharing a while ago that he said it, and I shared with him before about his position. First of all, let us open the Bible, Revelation chapter 20, from verse 1 up to verse 15 or 13. I believe in a symbolical bounding of Satan, which he mentioned a while ago, that it's symbolical. When you are training your children, you are bounding already Satan. Where? In bottomless pit. In Brother God's view, in your mind. This is the bottomless pit. He doesn't believe in a literal bottomless pit. The bottomless pit, if you can read prophetic revelation, bottomless pit, he doesn't also believe. And that's my big question to him before, almost 10 years ago. There is no literal, the Tartarus, just like that. He doesn't believe in it. So, if because my time is too short, so I will give my view contrary to what he said. Because this is what we call ministerial meeting, so I give my view on a different way. So, Revelation 20 verse 1 to 13. You have to scan it. Okay. That's Job 1. Revelation chapter 20 verse 1. I will point something that will show that there is a literal. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of judgment, bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. There is a literal spiritual angel. Literal angel. In my mind and my stand, there is an angel which will be a Christophanize. He has a body, he has a literal chain with him. Because of this. If you're gonna read in verse 2, he laid hold the dragon that was serpent. When in Genesis 3:15, when the serpent or the beast was cursed by God in Genesis 3:14, he became a serpent, a literal serpent hissing on the ground. That was him. I don't know if he grew. Admittedly, I will tell you that maybe small snakes or reptile walking in his belly. Then he became a big dragon. I don't know if some sightings or some researcher believe that the old dragon was inside of this earth. There is sighting, and you can read that, and you can see it in the YouTube or Facebook, that there is a dragon within. And I believe that was the old serpent who was cursed by God. So there is a literal serpent. And the spirit of Satan was there. He's becoming just like what we call it, just like, it's also a spirit that can, like Peter before, that just like an omnipresent angel. But because of the blood and the spirit that was that he infused to Eve, then you cannot see Satan within our midst, but he is within us. The Bible says they are the principalities of the air. The wonder of an angel, as the Bible says, that they are in the bottomless pit. They were chained in Jude 1:6. After they fall in their first state, then they were chained. The wonder of an angel. So, the loose angel at present is Satan, or the former Lucifer. In Job, this, I will, so, and I will point out also, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So, please continue, please. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, and he should receive the nation no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. Where is Satan now? He's going to and fro in Job 1:5. Job 1:5, am I right? 1:5 and 6. Yes, he is right now going to and fro, deceiving people, using the serpent seed, igniting the serpent seed within our midst. The people around us, the unbelievers, the world, all the creation that was possessed by Satan at present. He was a spirit being, contrary and rebelling against God. He has the power. God did not take away the power that was given unto him as a light giver. Because if you gonna read Revelation chapter 12, please open it up, please. There's something, you still remember Matthew 8:13 or 31, that the swine that was possessed by the spirit of the angel, it can be. And Satan can do that as of today. But the difference right now is we have an Holy Spirit, so we cannot possessed by Satan in a whole, as a whole. Because we are justified by God. But the spirit that was lying, the second soul, they call it the second soul, within us, and the serpentine nature in our genetic here was ignited, can be ignited by this spirit being, by Satan. So, if you read, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. The devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He's going to and fro. But he knows very well that time will come that God will come to stop what he's doing right now. So he's in the full. He's in the fullness of his labor as an adversary of God. He's doing it. Then, because it's very clear, I believe here it is, Revelation chapter 20, verse 1, he knows very well that he will be changed. By what? By using false prophet, the Nicolaitan, and that's part of the symbolican, I believe. The Nicolaitan and lukewarm spirit can be ignited by Satan to every one of us, if we don't have training. The spirit of Satan was into that serpent. What's the three false prophet? Brother, you're false prophet, the serpent, the old serpent, and what the other one?
Dragon.
The dragon. And that is Satan. What is dragon? The dragon is symbolized in Revelation chapter 13. The 7 ten horns. That the spirit lies on those people, on those kings and those kings, those presidents, or whatever who holds the four winds. And even to the false prophet, to the Vatican people, the number one is the papacy. So this. So let me give. Please give me another 2 minutes. So please continue Revelation. So his time is short time, because he knows that he will be bounded by God in Revelation 20 through this angel. So please open again the Revelation chapter 20 verse 20, and please put it up on Revelation 20 verse 11, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can see this. If you're going to symbolize all these things, then there's something wrong. I believe in the symbolical part of this, but you cannot deny the literal physical aspect of this message. Not because there is a literal change. Yes, I believe there is a literal change, because The angel can be angelopanized with his body, and there is a chain that will be, when the dragon come out through the initiative of Satan, then the serpent will be bounded in bottomless pit, chained in there physically. Then God knows, God can do this. The spirit can be withhold within that body. That's how God. So, regarding the part of this, let me finish in this, so that will be my answer. Dami. 1,000 years subject. Then, about the part of 8,000 years. Yes, because 1,000 years, there will be a continuity. I will try to find this. 8,000 years, John mentioned it, 1,000 years in Book of Revelation, because there's a continuity of the eternal age. I just forget this. So, thank you.
Mr. MC, can I read the quotation of the prophet that's saying that Satan will be bound?
You're already.
I'm asking to the
Next
Mr.
time.
MC.
That's
I want to
Because- There's next.
That's why
If the moderator can give him a time for that, so you can argue with it.
That's reading.
Just read.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just to read it only. Just read it.
Sure.
Hello.
Just read it.
Yeah.
Don't explain.
There is a time, the time of question and the time of presentation. Please, if we follow the rules and
The
regulations.
Lord is speaking.
That's two quotation. I just want to read it.
Okay. Satan bound circumstance, 1,000 years. Yun yung keyword. Control 3. Okay. Satan. No. Satan bound circumstance, 1,000 years. Bound circumstance. It is two quotation here, according to the prophet. I'm not a quotationer, but I understand it. When prophet said it. Okay. Really help her. Satan will be bound. Satan will be bound. Okay. Can you make it large? Okay. It is what the prophet said. We know that we're in the great day of the last king, when Satan will be bound and cast in the pit. I also believe that there's bottomless pit. Chained with a chain of circumstance. There's no literal chain. That he cannot come out and deceive the nation no more because there's no sin. They never commit sin. And 1,000 years millennium will reign to take place on earth, while the glorifying of the Lord and adoring Him. Hit list. At the other quotation. Second quotation. Was rapture, went up in the glory, was up there, it was immediately returned back to the earth and lived 1,000 years. At the end of the 1,000 years, Satan was loosed out of his prison, that is bound by his angel, with a chain, not a log chain. You know the log chain? Our lock there, it's look like that. Lock chain. Padlock, yeah. But a chain of what? Circumstance. Circumstance of what? Because of the training. We are no longer sinners. Yeah, thank you.
All of these subject was in hell.
I said just read, don't explain. Okay, next. Wait, Brady.
My answer for that is parallelism.
There's a pila here.
Nine.
Okay, the next presenter is
Direct from the
Brother Francis. Another view.
Another just 20 minutes, right?
No.
Because we don't have time yet, we need to. Yeah. There's three of you
Yes.
to have a present here.
Yeah, we have
Okay. So
straight to the point.
I will teach Joven how to speak English. Joven, listen. I will teach Joven, Brother Joven, shout out Brother Joven. Not yet? Hey, post the time.
How much your time? It's 10 minutes presentation.
Okay. Ready? 10
10
minutes.
minutes presentation.
I
Who will be next after we all of you something.
Okay. Start. Okay. Listen to Joven, Pastor Joven. I will teach you how to speak English. Okay. The topic is about 1,000 years. This version. If Satan will be bound 1,000 years. 1,000 years or 1,000 years, 10,000 years. Okay, before that, I want to read the Brother Branham because Pastor Yap is here. So I need to be to read. I need to read the Brother Branham's. Okay. Brother Branham said about 1,000 years. Okay. In Revelation, Book of Revelation, Book of Smyrna, he says, "Oh, don't you love him today? He has the key to your joy. He has the key to your joy. He has the key to your happiness. He has the key of your deliverance. From the grave, I have the key of death and hell, Hades. I can unlock supernatural. I can unlock natural." Brother Barnum said. Here? Here. And I got the key of death and hell here in my hand. Oh, there is a fountain open. Come, take the waters of life freely. Okay? So Brother Branham said about he have who is the subject in his statement? Anyone? Who has the key of death and hell? Who? Jesus or Satan? Okay. They labeled me in the group. I am the attorney of Satan. They labeled me in the debaters convention that I'm the attorney of Satan. Why? Because I believe this imaginary figure is only imaginary, made of what? Others people's hallucination. No? So, imagine God used Satan God used Satan to what? To be what? God. He will not God if no one will fall. No one will sin. To be what? Savior. No one will become Savior if nobody will to be saved. Nobody will get sin. Nobody will commit sin. And no Savior. There's no Savior if no one will commit sin. And God needs who? God needs who? Satan. To what? To blame all the things. Huh? All the things that human does. Okay? If Satan is in the Bible, I believe that Satan is one of the characters that misinterpreted or misattributed, no? God. Okay. And who knows the verse that Apollyon and Abaddon, the favorite verse of Jehovah Witness? Okay. Can you flash Revelation? Revelation 9, 6, 7. Yeah. 9.
Verse 9.
6, 9. And they have the breastplate.
Revelation 6. 9, 6.
Apollyon and Abaddon. His name is Apollyon.
9, chapter 6.
Verse 2.
Chapter 9.
Okay.
Chapter 6 pa rin.
I will not read the verse anymore.
Time consuming.
Yeah. So, okay, the one that Brother Branham said, Jesus has the key. Key of what? Hades. Abaddon. Sino? So, key of Hades and death.
Revelation 11. 9, 11.
And the angel of bottomless pit. Who is the angel of bottomless pit? Satan. Who is the angel of bottomless pit? Huh? Who is the angel of bottomless pit?
Abaddon.
And who is Abaddon?
Satan.
Who is Abaddon?
Satan.
And who's Apollyon?
Satan.
Satan? That's it. In Matthew, the scenario is this. The demon possessed the young kids And Jesus came and healed. And the demon said, don't cast me in that one, bottomless pit. And Jesus said to Peter, I will give you the key of even the gates of hell will not what? Prevail. So, you are Satan? Are you Satan? Peter has the key. Peter has the key of what? Hell, heaven. And who is Abaddon? Who is the angel of bottomless pit? Anyone? See, it's contradictory now. Who has the key?
Peter.
Peter. No, Peter is Abaddon.
I don't think so.
You don't think so. So, the key of Hades and hell, Satan has it or what? Okay, I will continue. You don't know the answer. So, God used Satan to be his what? Two conspirator or victim. Okay. And the end of his plan, let's say I will get Brother Dennis to drive my car 8 hours. Brother Dennis, I will get you and I will let you work, drive me from Antipolo to Caloocan. Then after you drive, I will kill you there. It's not just. Huh? But God did it to Satan. Huh? God used Satan, then in the end of the day, God will going to punish Satan. Is that fair? After the long work,
Time's up na ba?
after the long work of Satan, he will get punished. Is that fair?
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Okay.
Satan is also given us.
I call next is Barb ready.
Hello. You know, the Bible is not a chronological literacy. It's a puzzle of prophecy. Remember, the prophecy is a very dangerous thing you cannot interpret properly because in the judgment day, in the presence of God, the way you talk, it is the way to respond of your responsibility. But in our position, being as a student of God, we are learning, we must apply the spirit being as a truth seekers, or what we call as the real spirit.
Wow!
Now let's go our topic.
Now you're
About,
giant.
about Satan is bound into the 1,000 bound. Did you remember, it might be in 2012 or 15, I have some computations about 1,000 years. If you remember that my final computation, that one day in the Lord is, and the prophecy is 1,000 years, but if you compute in earth is 1,000 times 1,000, equivalent is 1 million years. So 1 million years is is forever. It's a long time years. Now, back to the Revelation chapter 11, verse 15. Okay. Alright. Before we go to the Millennium, let's. Okay. And the seventh angel sounded, and there was a great voice in heaven saying, "The kingdom of His word. This is the kingdom of this world, which is the earth.
Side view, brother Friday.
It becomes the kingdom of our Lord Jesus Christ, reigning. Who is reigning this earth now? Satan. Satan cannot bow today. Now Satan is free. Everywhere to go in earth are surrounded in this earth. See? Satan, the kingdom of this world it become the kingdoms of our Lord, which is Jesus Christ. Now the question is,
Your name?
Satan. Okay, well, this is the proper pronunciation. Satan.
Is it the new name? Oh my! Is it the new name?
I meant Satan is government. Government is earth.
That's alliteration.
Satan is governed in our time from the beginning when God, Adam and Eve, out in the spirit of heavenly spirit and going into the earth. And at the beginning, starting with Satan up to now is government and to government in our earth. Now, and after that, if you looking in his Christ, he shall reign forever and ever. In this, back into the Revelation chapter 20.
Verse 1 and 2.
Okay. We go to the Revelation chapter because our topic is about Satan is bound in 1,000 years. Literal. So now, did you know? You go to that Revelation chapter 20. Did you know that after the tribulation period, after the 7 years, and the second coming of Christ, there are brides coming in the earth. Coming the earth. And the presence of God Pabigon, nababalutan ang lingkong ito ng presensya ni Diyos. That's why circumstances cannot open because it's in the spiritually dimension. If you see that,
Satan is the new name of Satan.
Satan. Okay, what we call this is there is no problem because hello. brothers and sisters, and also in the Word. Our topic for today is about if Satan is bound in 1,000 years, literally. So now you know, and also the one to be suso, what we call this? Aga. About the topic. Now, we back to the law. And I saw the angel come down from heaven, having the key of doubles in meat and drink and chain in hand. You know that? Chain. Great chain. And remember was the circumstances. The Satan, when he is in the bottomless pit, they cannot out because why? This earth is full of presence of God, and also the bride of Christ being down into the earth. There is a great glory. See? You know, if you are going to the millennium, if you pass the millennium, I will open your eyes to see the kingdom of paradise. You will see the vision. Did you remember that John experience when the angels come down? And if the bride is come in the millennium, if you living in millennium, I will open your eyes to see the creations of God in paradise. See? Because the bride is a capability and sufficient power to travel and anywhere. See? That's why Satan cannot penetrate by. There is this ground on earth is what we call this a chain, a great chain. Never go out because of the presence of God in this earth will be, see, nababalutan, covering the presence of God. And during the times of the millennium, you will know you worship to God, the great Almighty God. That issue, when you are before you go to the eternity, where you are going and worship to God the times of 1,000 years, the times of prosperous day of God. That is the God's day. See? Now, if you go to the what we call this Revelation chapter 20 verse, okay, down, up.
1 minute.
Up. As it was the and I saw the throne and seeing upon them, and judgment was given into them, and I saw the souls there that were beheaded for the witnesses of Jesus Christ, for the word of God. Do you know that? From the beginning was hidden the souls. The souls is go on to the millennium time. See? Look at this. For the witness of Jesus Christ, the word of God, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither the image, neither the receipt the mark of the body. Okay. Lima. 5. But the race of the dead life not again until the 1,000 years between it is the first resurrection. Blessed and the holy that had part the first resurrection, and such second death had the power of this shall praise God and Christ and shall reign with 1,000 years. What? No, do not up. We will no up. Okay. But we shall be praised of God. What do you mean praise? Praise sacerdote. Praise. Bisaya. You like from Magellan. That is the identity of Waray. Because the pronunciation, you know, even Islam, you can identify the pronunciation of Islam, the Muslim, because there is a category.
Even the Nigerians.
Yes, even the English, there is a different English and identification of the way of pronunciation. Okay. And Christ shall reign with him 1,000 years.
Time is up.
Wait, 2 minutes.
Oh.
I request that because
Give another time for our visitor from
the circumstances, and I tell you, that Brother Minan is go and pass into the millennium time. The human left the republic and millennium time. The bride, the function, you come, I will go and traveling, and I will open your spirit to travel the place of God. Because why? If you, like Adam, when the open the spirit world, it's a speed of light in traveling. See? Kaya lang, hindi na makita niyo. Kasi because it's a hidden mystery.
don't say there any
See? Our brothers and sisters, and also the word, if the Spirit of God is not in you, you do not understand me. Because the language of heaven is uncertain to the worldly man. Now, this go to the rain. The little. There are a lot of enjoyment. Did you remember that when the Spirit is go out and God showed the events of heaven, the paradise, and the man will say, I do not go back into the earth. Why? Because the experience in happens in heaven, it is a very wonderful day. Now, and I tell you that Satan is covered. Because the darkness cannot penetrate the light of the presence of God. See? That's why what we call great chain. The great chain is the presence. The great chain of the presence. It's not literally what we call kanina, chain. It's not. Oh, nakikita ko yung iwanan ka. Gawin ko talaga. Parang mga bituin na, pina-experience na sa akin. Okay. It's a wonderful day when you go into millennium time. Because the bride, when Jesus Christ come into the earth, when Jesus Christ comes in, together the bride of Christ. And start heavens that go into the earth. Okay? And God bless you, brothers and sisters, and also the word. Thank you.
Let's give him a big hand.
Nice message, brother.
Okay, could you flash the topic? Could you refresh me the title of the topic? Will children be born? There will be no sin. Oh, I thought it would be children. There will be no sin. Okay. I thought it was about children being born in the millennium. But let's talk about sin. This will be very short. Satan is not literally bound. Well, that is closer to the SDA version of. Let me explain first the SDA version. I wonder if the end time level 2-3 is also the same version. And did they say that Satan was bound in a sense he has no one to tempt? Did they say that? So this is the teaching of the SDA. If you can independently should or SDA. The teaching of the SDA, for your information, you should ask them for you to grow, confirm what I'm saying. Okay? Did I get it right? The SDA Seventh-day Adventists teach that Satan is not literally bound in the center of the earth because he was bound by not having anyone to tempt on earth. That is how Satan. So, indirectly, it talks about will children be born in the millennium. Because
Satan was not literally bound because he was bound symbolically by having no people on earth to tempt. That is the teaching of the SDA. So please don't fear. Now, to answer that, we prove that there are people in the millennium. Let's talk about the prophet. The prophet wavered between having children born in the millennium or not. So their message, believers, level 2 and 3. Have you heard level 3? That some believe that there are children born in the millennium. Have you heard of that before? So I hope you can confirm. I hope, parents, I hope you can make your children ask them. Because that is our heritage. Before we fly off to some other wild revelations, make sure their foundation in the message is complete. They are very well versed between the differences of the teachings. How many of you have a copy of the end time tabulation? Please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Barbara Janet, no copy. Sister Shirley, no more, no one else. Sister Erika. Have you noticed the part where it says Millennium? So, level 1 teaches that there are people in the millennium. Level 2, 3 teaches that there are no people in the millennium. Level 4 teaches it's all symbolical. Now, Satan has been bound on the center of the earth before. The devils has been bound in the center of the earth before. So, it would be unthinkable to say it would be symbolical if they could be bound again. Now let's go to the second one. Let me continue the ridiculousness. Tell them, tell Jerry Sabilla, tell everyone. It's ridiculousness in another term, incredulity. That since Satan was bound because he has no one to tempt, when he was unbound, loose for a little season, the wicked people were resurrected. That's how he was unbound, so he can tempt them again. So the story, this is so to repeat this. There was a time my pastor believed this. Okay, he passed through the belief of he made a chart. I gave you the chart long time ago here. You can remember.
I know that.
They teach that you can still ask level 3 for this. Very similar to SDA. Satan will be let loose for a little season. That little season is the time when the wicked people of the earth will be resurrected. Then he can tempt them again. Tempt them again to rebel. Imagine they came from hell and they still rebel.
And they will be thrown
They
out.
still rebel.
Again.
Why did they rebel? Because they were condemned. They were resurrected just to be condemned in the great white throne. So they rebelled. When they rebelled, fire came down from heaven. And that fire that came down from heaven that destroyed them, that's the lake of fire. Am I correct? That's the lake of fire for them. So there's no court. There's no Supreme Court to judge your sins. There is just one rebellion and one fire from heaven to destroy the rebellion. The ridiculousness of that. So, what is the more proper understanding? Satan was literally bound in the center of the earth. Now, are there people on the earth? What do we have as proof? Our proof is the Old Testament, Isaiah. He has a reign on earth. There was no perfect reign of the Messiah before the Old. There was no perfect reign of the Messiah here in the New. So the only time that the Messiah will reign on earth is in the millennium. Zechariah chapter 14. So Isaiah 11, Isaiah 2, the Lord will go forth from Zion. Isaiah 11, he will someone who will overrule the earth. He will reign over all these earth. Okay. With equity, he will judge.
Francis, how about the souls in prison? They're bound for something to extend times.
Little season.
No,
The souls in
prison, we are bounded there.
For a little season. Okay. Okay, let's not talk about that. I'm gonna focus first the Old Testament evidences that there are people in the millennium. To answer, was Satan bound because there was no people? To answer indirectly that. Zechariah 14, unless they visit the Feast of the Tabernacles, they have no rain. Did that happen in the Old Testament? Did that happen today? No. It happened. It has not happened yet. It will be in the future. When you start reading Zechariah chapter 12, that's the present. When you go to Zechariah chapter 14, that's the future. It starts from the tribulation period, then down to the millennium. Open your Bible, be familiar with that. Parents, command, do not be lazy. Command your children to open it up. Brother RJ, open it up. Browse Zechariah 14, just to be familiar. The first part of Zechariah 14 is tribulation. The second coming of Christ. Then, the millennium. So be familiar with your Bible right now. Browse it. Brother RJ, open up the Bible. Brother Joseph, Patrick, do not waste the opportunity to browse. Oh, it's so clear. Now, there are many other evidences in the Old Testament that there are people in the millennium. So those people in the millennium are evidence that Satan will be literally bound. Now, let's talk about there will be no sin. What is the presentation of Brother Freddy? No sin? No sin? No sin. Okay, Brother Melan, no sin? There will be. Who else presented? Brother Sispu. No sin? Or there will be sin? In the millennium. No sin. There's no sin. There never was a sin in the world. Okay, that's the version. Why bother millennium? There never was any sin to begin with. It was all a hoax of fake news. Okay. There's injustice. 2 minutes. Let me do this quickly. The millennium has a statement from the Bible that it has no sin. But actually, it is not as perfect as the eternal age. The millennium is just a mirror image of the eternal age. So in the millennium, there is a small sin that will be punished by the rod of iron. There is a rod of iron in the millennium, so sin exists. It was just suppressed because of the rod of iron. But the little sin that were there was quoted in Isaiah, I think, that no infant of days for 100 years. So 100 years at least before they are given the capital punishment. Capital punishment means they die. Okay? So, with regards to no sin, there is a little sin, but the government is perfect. Let's talk about Singapore. It's a perfect government, Japan. But sometimes there are small sins there, small crimes. Imagine perfect societies. It's not actually perfect. It looks so perfect compared to other societies. So millennium is perfect compared to the rest of the human creation week. But millennium compared to the 8th day, to the eternal age, the eternal age is the ultimate. The eternal age is the 7th day of the colossal time clock. Now, can you draw it up here? This is, Brother Sispo, I hope you see, look at this. This is colossal time clock. Colossal time. So this is beginning of creation. Until what? The eternal age. So the eternal age is the 7th day
of
the colossal time clock.
But 8th day of the human creation week.
But here, the human creation week
Is the 8th day.
let's say 7,000 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay, no.
6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The millennium is like is the seventh day of the human creation week. But only in the eighth day is the eternal age. It's more perfect than the seventh day. But the eighth day, compared to the colossal time clock, is the seventh day. What is the seventh day? God's point in time of no return. So it's a point in time of ending of sin, a point in time you become very, a point in time you turn the corner, a point in time you end creation, perfection. So there's a higher level of that. So let's talk about sin. So sin seems to be non-existent compared to the rest of the 7,000 years. But in the colossal time clock, that is the seventh perfection number. Here, in the human creation week, seventh is of the eighth. The eighth is the heaven.
Therefore, I'm so sorry. Just trying to clarify if you were listening. Okay. So, question?
Can we go to the...
Brother Lito. Barlito wants to present, right?
Because
Barlito will no longer present.
after this
Question and answer?
Another topic?
No.
Later.
this continue until
Millennium. Well, no, we are still in that topic.
so we're still
You have to finish that. You do not present in some other time. Do not let others insert. You have to finish. Present first before question, answer, or other topic. You have to present.
because he said
You have to complete
he
the...
said that it's just only 6 o'clock and then the cut off.
Oh, give him the time. Give him time.
Okay.
He's just short.
Amen? So thank you, brothers and sisters.
It's hard to stand here and speak in English because we're not, we are challenged to our brother Pastor Joven Tapilla. Tapilla. Every time when I look in the Facebook and I saw it, he shared live, in English. So I have a challenge in my heart that one day I'll do the same with Pastor Joel, preach in Facebook. Maybe this is a time to share in English. Okay, so can you post our topic here about the subject? There will be no sin in millennium. First, no sin in millennium. Satan is not literally bound. That's second. 1,000 years. So, okay. Because we have no much time, I'm gonna straight to the point what my position in this topic. If you read in Revelation chapter 20, you read 6 times mentioning about 1,000 years. The issue is it literally bound, Satan bound? Is it literally Satan bound 1,000 years? Is that right, Brother Menan? That's your position. Is it literally bound? Well, my answer is there is a literal, according to Brother Francis, there is a literal bound in the middle of our earth, according to the scriptures. In Revelation chapter 20, please post in Revelation chapter 20 verse 1. There is 2 verses in this particular verses, and then some other, he mentioned about 1,000 years, 1,000 years. It means there is a literal bound. When the scriptures is used repetition, in my understanding, this is a literally. Okay, so please, hey, Revelation 21, 20 verse 1. Behold, so I saw an angel come down from heaven. That's literally angel come down from heaven, having the key. Oops, the word key, I don't think so that this is literal key. So this key, it's a symbolic meaning. So the key of the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit is a geographical place where this Satan and all the rest of demons were put to imprison. And a great chain in his hand. So the key and the great chains in his hand, in my understanding, this is not a literal. If you think that this is literal, how can big chain it is? Because the angel is so high. So I don't think so that this is a literal. In my understanding, this is a symbolical. So if this is symbolical, what is the key? Meaning the key is the authority. It is God's authority that God bestowed to this angelic being. Okay? Now, in verse 2, and he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. He bound him for 1,000 years, meaning God, what do you, in English, God, when Satan was bound, he also, what do you call this? In Tagalog, tinanggal. Remove, lose. We lose the power of Satan. That we get to Adam in the beginning. We lose this power that to deceive the nations. So that's why God said that the angels outhold this dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound, literally bound. He bound for a prison. Now let me go to you in Brother Branham's message. Before he preached, this is a prayer. Please type, Satan has crippled him. Satan has crippled, double P. Please, Satan has crippled. Satan has crippled him. This is a prayer of Brother Branham. In this prayer, he mentioned about Satan was bound and he put a place in a prison, meaning this is a literal sense. Okay? Huh? Satan, capital S, Satan has crippled, C-R-I double P, L-E-D. Satan has crippled him. Time is running out. gonna, anyway, my time is running out. I'm gonna read. This is the prayer of Brother Branham. I can read. Dear Heavenly Father, as my brother comes now with this, Satan has crippled him and bound him, and he suffered, oh God. He just in a prison house. So that's Brother Branham mentioned that Satan found in a prison house. Meaning, this is a geographical place of Satan, and the rest of demons was placed in, according to the scriptures, is a bottomless pit. Anyway, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Hey. No. Now, Satan, you have been so evil and has bound these people death. No, that's not. This is not. Satan has crippled. Satan has crippled. 3 words. Satan has crippled. Oh my. Just only the word by the way, okay. The only words that I can use is quotation about the prison. It's okay. Brother Branham, he mentioned in his prayer that Satan was bound in a house of prison.
House of prison?
Yes.
House of prison?
I'm sorry.
House of prison.
Souls in prison.
House of prison?
Prison house.
Prison house. Prison house.
So the only word that I use is prison house.
Oh, maybe. Oh, prison house. Satan. Prison house.
No, prison house. Only word. Prison house. Prison house. 2 words.
Time's up.
I'm so worried. Okay. No, this is not. Anyway, my time is over.
Yeah.
Satan has crippled him and bound him. So, just in the prison house.
Okay. Brother Patrick.
So, my time, time will be no more. Brother Francis told me that my time is
Give him little season.
no. He posed my time, temporary pause. Because I have a few words that I speak in this topic. After this, My time is close. Until
Until 1,000 years.
until 1,000 years.
Not literally.
Now, I have a few words about if the millennium is running, then Satan is found in a prison house. Is there sin? Is there sin during the time of the millennium? My answer, yes. Even Satan was found in the prison house. There is sin above this earth. Because in the millennium, there is a people that came from the tribulation, and then after the tribulation, after the wrath of God, they will pass in this situation, and they live in the millennium. And these people, what we are called a sheep group. So this sheep group, when they passed through the millennium, Satan was already bound in the prison house. So, even though that Satan was bound, he is powerless, and he cannot deceive any person in the millennium, but there is still a sin. This sin is not a deceit. This sin came from the body, which was called the serpent. Are you listening to me? Are you still there? So praise the Lord?
Praise the Lord.
So the computer is not working. Okay. So please back to the topic. Please post the topic, and then some few words, and then I will end. So here, there will be no sin in the millennium. My answer is yes, there is sin. But this sin is not came from Satan, who is Satan to deceive the world. Because Satan, it's not on the top of this planet Earth. He is bound. He is bound for a place that this place is good only for the evil spirit or the wicked spirit. This is not in everywhere. In the hell there is a selection of people from any different ages. But Satan, bound in this bottomless pit, it's not the same. The place of what the wicked in the Old Testament wicked person, the same place of Satan was bound, which was called prison house. No, it's not the same. It's different. Because in hell there is there is also a realm, stage and realms of what we are called a souls in prison. Yes, Satan's also a soul. He's also in prison. He's also a spirit. He's in prison. So what I'm saying here in this topic, there will be no sin. My answer is yes. But what kind of sin? The sin that works in the flesh of a mortal in the millennium. These people live in the millennium is a mortal people that commit sin. So say amen? Amen. Can I give a big hand to them? So say praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
So say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Well, thank you, brother.
Let's check the Tagalog na.
Okay. So we need to please topic for next.
For the next ministers meeting
Yeah.
next year.
Next topic.
Yes, yes. Next mention, reading topic. Will you raise it?